Ladies and gentlemen, many of you have gotten used to seeing this beautiful face on your iPhones, iPads, Androids, and/or television screens over the course of the last several years. And for those of you who are unaware, I am known to many as the one and only DJ Storms, Catalyst of Charisma, the Analyst of Anarchy, Mr. Controversy, among many, many, many other names. And for those of you who have been following me since day one, you will actually know that today is my 6-year anniversary as a YouTube wrestling content creator. 6 trips around the sun, and personally, I can't even believe it as I'm sitting here. Normally, I would do something a little bit more extravagant. Normally, I would do something a little bit more spontaneous and crazy, but I actually wanted to be a little bit more toned down right now. I want it to be a little bit more toned down. I want it to be a little bit more real. I'm actually not even wearing any DJ Storms attire as I'm recording this. And I wanted to kind of speak to you guys as Dominic and explain to you guys what being DJ Storms really means to me, what it actually represents. I'll take you guys down a little trip to memory lane. I graduated high school in June of 2017, and during my high school life, I was so fixated on trying to make sure that everyone liked me. I was so fixated on trying to make sure that no one had a bad thing to say about me, and I wasn't realizing it at the time, but it actually caused me a lot more stress than I would personally care to admit. And that is real. That's real right there. And when I got out of high school, when I graduated, I almost had an epiphany. And I thought to myself, what's the point of trying to make everyone like you? What's the point of trying to be something that you're not and put on this happy face and try to make sure that everyone is on your side? Because it's impossible. It really is impossible to do so. And when I realized that the only person's approval that I should really be chasing is my own, it felt like the weight of the world was lifted off of my shoulders. It really felt like I was a changed man. And some people may see that as selfishness or ignorance, but when you focus your efforts and your passion into the right mindset, and making sure that you are satisfied with yourself, that you are happy with who you are and what you represent, that is the day that the world will be looked at in a different light. The world will not be so stressful, and you'll almost be a free spirit. DJ Storms, contrary to what people think, DJ Storms is not about throwing on a pair of Blues Brothers sunglasses. It's not about all these crazy hand gestures. It's not about cursing left and right. It's not about yelling and screaming. It's not even about pro wrestling. What it is it's about confidence. It's about self-esteem. It's about being happy with who you are. It's about being yourself, finding that one hobby, your niche, your one hobby, that one thing that just eliminates all the negativity in your head, and you release all that stress, all that worry, all that anger, all that anxiety, and you're sucked away from the hardships and the pressures and the darkness of this cruel, cruel world. Because at the end of the day, and everyone will agree on this, the world is a very, very cruel place. The world is a cruel place. There's cruel things happening every single day. And life is way too short. Life is way too short for anger. Life is way too short for all this anxiety. Life is way too short for all this darkness to consume our minds. When you find that hobby, you find that niche, you find the one thing that makes you feel alive, it makes you feel invincible, it makes you feel like you can conquer the world, that's DJ Storms. DJ Storms is all about finding your inner peace. Finding your inner peace. Being happy with the person that you've become. Being proud of yourself for overcoming everything from your early days of childhood to where you are now. That's DJ Storms. DJ Storms is being confident in yourself. DJ Storms is finding that passion that you've had locked away inside you and releasing it and telling the world, I don't care what you think of me. Doesn't matter what anyone wants to say about me. I am going to be proud of who I am, and I'm going to represent myself the best way that I know how. And some people don't like that. That fuels a lot of hatred, and I know that personally. Hatred is brewed from a lot of things. It's brewed from jealousy. It's brewed from envy. It's brewed from lack of self-esteem and lack of confidence in oneself. A lot of people that spew hatred nowadays, they see everyone around them and they look at who they think is doing better than they are. Misery loves company, and some people are not happy with who they are, what they represent. They're not happy with themselves or the person that they've become today, and they take that out on others who they see as happy that they are who they are. Kind of like myself. I have something that not a lot of people have nowadays. I have a confidence in me that I am not afraid to show the world. I am not afraid to let that confidence and that energy out. DJ Storms, it's made me more powerful than ever. It's made me more powerful than ever, and it's helped me grow. It's helped me evolve. Wrestling has become my niche. And whether you want to admit it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, everyone, and I mean everyone, has a little bit of DJ Storms in them. You just have to find your niche. You have to find that one hobby that sucks you away from everything that's going on around you. And just for a little bit, for me, for 2 hours, for 2.5 hours, every single Saturday, I am sucked away from all of these hardships, from the pressures of growing up, from work, from bills, from life in general. And I feel like I can conquer the world. I feel like I'm the king of the world. I feel alive. I feel happy. I feel excited. For 2 hours every single Saturday, I feel at peace. And everyone has that niche, whether it be pro wrestling, whether it be baseball or football or cooking, skateboarding, biking, whatever it may be. And when you find that niche, when you find the one thing that takes you away from everything going on around you, when you find that one hobby, you will find your inner peace. You're going to find your inner peace. You're going to find that inner confidence. You're going to find a sense of self-love that you've never even knew existed. And that's the most beautiful thing about it all. Everyone watching right now has a little bit of DJ Storms in them. And if you haven't unlocked it now, trust me, you keep searching, you keep looking, and you will find it. People tend to throw out a lot of hatred because they are not happy with the people that they've become. Some people throw out hatred because they refuse to acknowledge truth. The truth is not always the easy thing. A lot of people have manifested these fantasy bubbles where the world is to blame for their problems. Meanwhile, they haven't looked themselves in the mirror and realized that the only person to blame for their problems is them, because they're not choosing to do anything about it. And when someone like me comes around, and whether it be about pro wrestling, whether it be about sports, whether it be about politics or books or movies, when someone like me comes around and throws truth in their face regarding a certain hobby, it rubs them the wrong way. It rubs them the wrong way because it pops their fantasy bubble. Fantasy bubbles have become a real problem in 2023. And it's almost become sad to a point where some people are just so consumed in their own fantasy that they're almost beyond saving. And it's a sad truth, but you can't save everyone. However, there is one person that you can save. The one person that you can save is yourself. You are your biggest priority. You should be looking out for you. I'm not saying don't trust anyone, but You should not be looking for anyone else's approval but your own. I know a lot of people out there are people pleasers, and I completely understand that. But this is so much more than people pleasing. This is so much more than becoming a millionaire or becoming a billionaire with a big mansion on a hilltop or owning the next Mercedes-Benz or winning the lottery or going on a vacation to the Bahamas. This is so much more than all of that. None of that will ever compare to your inner peace. None of that will ever compare to your inner happiness. And that's what DJ Storms is. And some people may see it as cockiness. Some people may see it as selfishness. But at the end of the day, it's not. What it is, it's self-esteem. It's self-esteem. It's heart. It's the reason that I get up every single day and go to work, drive on a highway through traffic to go to work, make sure I have food on my table, make sure I have a roof over my head, make sure I have the proper health care. Same thing with you. You find that hobby, you find that niche, and the world will be your oyster. The world will be your oyster and you will be free. The self-love that you will have for yourself, it will be absolutely indescribable and uncomparable. And with that, I want to say thank you. Thank you to all my close family members. Thank you to all my close friends. Thank you to my fans. Thank you to my acquaintances, my associates, and even the haters, even the people that can't stand the side of me, because secretly, they're my biggest supporters. Because I'm the highlight of their day. I'm the highlight of their day, and they cannot stand to look at me. They can't. But yet I'm the highlight of their day. So yes, I know that there's a lot of people that don't like me that are going to be very, very agitated that I've made it this far, that I'm still doing this after 6 years. 6 years. It's not about the clicks. It's not about the likes. It's not about the views. It's not about the monetization. It's not about any of that. It's about love. It's about passion. It's about heart. It's about soul. It's about being who you were meant to be. It's about being happy with yourself. And when you find that niche, when you find it, everything will work out better for you. 6 years. 6 years has gone by in the blink of an eye. I can't even believe it myself, and I'm sitting here, a 24-year-old man. I started when I was 18. From the people that have stayed with me since day one, to the people that are just becoming fans of me, you guys have made being DJ Storms all worthwhile. And don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not done. No, matter of fact, I'm just getting started. There's a lot more things that I want to do, a lot more things I want to talk about, and a lot more people I want to agitate because, truth be told, it is extremely fun. Thank you all. Thank you all. You guys are fantastic, and if you guys are ready for the next chapter of DJ Storms, if you guys are ready for the future that is to come, keep on tuning in every single Saturday for the Lightning Flash update at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And with that, I say, one more question. The one question, the universal question that everybody must answer. Who runs the IWC? You already know the drill. Who but DJ Storms? Thank you all.